Hey guys, how's it going? If you're looking for new beat-em-up games, you've come to the right place. Today I bring you 12 new beat-em-ups for those who love classic brawling. I'm Matthew, and we're starting the list with Marvel Cosmic Invasion, a highly anticipated beat-em-up set to release in 2025, taking place in the vast cosmic universe of Marvel. Developed for a wide range of platforms including PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch, the game promises to bring the frenetic action characteristic of the genre with a touch of epic narrative involving iconic characters like the Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain Marvel, and other cosmic heroes. The premise suggests battles against intergalactic villains, with settings that range from distant planets to spaceships, offering a visually impactful experience that is faithful to the Marvel style. The cosmic setting differentiates Marvel Cosmic Invasion from other more urban beat-em-ups such as Streets of Rage. Inspired by epic comic book events like Annihilation or Infinity War, the game may explore a narrative where heroes face a threat that puts the universe at risk, possibly Thanos or a new cosmic entity. Marvel Cosmic Invasion has the potential to stand out in the genre by combining the nostalgia of classic beat-em-ups with the popularity of the Marvel Universe. The expectation is that it will offer a robust campaign with support for post-launch updates. Double Dragon Revive marks the triumphant return of the iconic Double Dragon franchise, which defined the beat-em-up genre since its release in arcades in 1987. With a confirmed release date of October 23, 2025. Developed by Arc System Works, known for its fighting titles, Revive modernizes the series with realistic 3D graphics, while maintaining the essence of the side-scrolling combat that made the Lee brothers, Billy and Jimmy, famous. The gameplay promises to be accessible yet refined, with intuitive controls and a balanced difficulty to appeal to both newcomers and veterans. Under the supervision of experienced fighting game developers, the game offers fluid combat with combos, special attacks, and environmental interactions, such as using objects as weapons. The campaign will follow the Lee brothers as they face classic enemies in urban settings, with an aesthetic that blends the retro 80s look with modern technology, providing a nostalgic but updated experience. The narrative of Double Dragon Revive is expected to revolve around a new adventure for the Lee brothers, possibly involving the rescue of Marion or a confrontation with a powerful gang in a dystopian city. The inclusion of deeper narrative elements such as dialogue and cinematic cutscenes is expected, taking advantage of the power of next-gen platforms. The game may also offer cooperative modes, allowing two players to fight side by side, a trademark of the series.
No idea what you just stepped into. Right out of the park! Alright, get him, boys!
Well now, you must be the Lee brothers. Let's see if your Sosetsuken lives up to the hype.
This is a casino. You've got to put something on the line. If you survive this, then maybe I'll grace you with my presence.
Let's find all your weak spots. I shall take your heads as a gift for him.
This is my ring! You ain't getting through till you put me down for the 3 count! I need more than that! Come on! Give me someone worth fighting!
End of the line, punks. Cowards! You won't hurt anyone else while I'm around.
These days, might is the only measure of a ruler. I'll use my army of dragon vein-infused soldiers to take over this land. One nation under me.
It is time we settle this. The only way this ends is with one side lying on the ground. Face me. Let's see just what you're capable of.
V's Rage is a beat-em-up with a planned release for September 22, 2025, exclusive to PC, at least initially. The game promises to bring the typical visceral action of beat-em-ups with intense side-scrolling combat set in urban and post-apocalyptic settings where the main character faces hordes of enemies. The gameplay follows the genre standard, with an emphasis on combos, special attacks, and possibly a progression system that allows the player to improve skills or unlock new moves. Given the exclusive focus on PC, it's likely that V's Rage will leverage the hardware to offer detailed graphics in a 2.5D or stylized 3D style, with fluid animations and impactful visual effects. The possibility of mod support, common in PC games, could be a differential, allowing for character or level customization. The narrative of V's Rage will explore the journey of a lone hero, the mysterious V, in search of justice or revenge against a criminal organization or oppressive force.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Troublemaker 2 Beyond Dream, releasing on September 15, 2025, is the sequel to the indie beat-em-up Troublemaker, known for its anime-inspired aesthetic and school setting. Exclusive to PC, the game expands on the original's formula, with dynamic combat in a setting that mixes fantasy and adolescent conflicts. Developed by Gamecom Team, the title maintains the visual charm and accessible gameplay. The gameplay focuses on close-quarters combat with fluid combos, special attacks, and RPG elements such as skill progression, reflected in the subtitle Beyond Dream. The school setting, with student gangs and rivalries, features surreal or dreamlike scenarios expanding the narrative. The anime-inspired aesthetic, with expressive characters and vibrant animations, is a highlight. The narrative follows the protagonists from the first game, such as Booty and Ronnie, facing challenges that mix adolescent conflicts with fantastical elements, like dreams or alternative dimensions. The story explores friendship, rivalry, and self-discovery, with a light tone and emotional moments. The soundtrack, with J-pop and rock influences, reinforces the young and energetic vibe. Absolum, releasing on October 9, 2025, is a beat-em-up that presents a unique approach. Available for PS4, PS5, PC, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2. The title and story are science fiction or fantasy centered on a protagonist or force called Absolum. The wide range of platforms reflects a bet on reaching a diverse audience. The gameplay delivers side-scrolling combat with combos and special attacks. With next-gen platforms like PS5 and Nintendo Switch 2, the game features high-quality graphics in 2.5D or stylized 3D, with interactive scenarios and modern visual effects. Local or online co-op support allows players to face hordes of enemies together. The narrative revolves around an epic conflict in a futuristic or fantasy world, where the protagonist faces an oppressive force or supernatural creatures. The story develops themes of struggle and resistance, with cutscenes that deepen the plot. The soundtrack, with electronic or orchestral tones, reinforces the game's atmosphere. Compatibility with the Nintendo Switch 2 and other modern platforms ensures sharp visuals and optimized performance, with reduced loading times and support for advanced controls. The inclusion of older platforms like PS4 expands the reach. Additional modes, such as challenges or survival, increase longevity. Starfire Eternal Cycle, planned for the third quarter of 2025, is a beat-em-up exclusive to PC, set in a science fiction or cosmic fantasy universe. The title reflects a cyclical narrative, involving themes of reincarnation, destiny, or endless battles. The focus on PC delivers an experience optimized for advanced graphics and customizable controls. The gameplay features dynamic side-scrolling combat with combos, special attacks, and mechanics related to the cyclical theme, such as abilities that evolve or scenarios that repeat with variations. The aesthetic varies between futuristic visuals with spaceships and planets, or a stylized approach inspired by anime. Cooperative modes and combat arenas increase replayability. The narrative follows a hero or group of heroes trapped in a cycle of battles against a cosmic force or evil entity. The story explores mythology and philosophy with themes of repetition and redemption. The soundtrack, with electronic and epic tones, creates an immersive atmosphere for the battles. Starfire Eternal Cycle is an intriguing addition to the beat-em-up genre, with a unique narrative and impactful visuals. Dead as Disco is a beat-em-up that combines the retro aesthetic of the 70s disco era with frenetic action. The game features vibrant scenarios and a soundtrack inspired by funk and disco. The title reflects a lighthearted and humorous narrative, centered on a resurrection or parody of pop culture themes. The gameplay includes side-scrolling combat with combos, special attacks, and environmental interactions, such as using themed objects, like disco balls, as weapons. The aesthetic stands out with colorful visuals and eccentric characters, inspired by disco-era icons. Cooperative modes, local or online, complement the experience. The narrative follows a group of protagonists saving a city or nightclub from a comical threat, such as dancing zombies or rival gangs. Witty dialogues and exaggerated cutscenes reinforce the relaxed tone. The soundtrack, full of disco and funk beats, is essential for immersion. With support for modern platforms like PS5 and Xbox Series, the game delivers high-quality graphics, with advanced lighting effects and reduced loading times. The inclusion of PC offers customizable settings and mod support. Score challenge or survival modes increase longevity. Dead as Disco is a fun and stylized approach to the beat-em-up genre, attracting players who seek a light and visually unique experience. The combination of disco nostalgia with modern action is a key differentiator. Detained Too Good for School, planned for 2025, is a beat-em-up that combines anime aesthetics with a rebellious school setting. The game delivers a fun approach, with students facing gangs or authoritarian teachers in high-energy combat. The gameplay features side-scrolling combat with fast combos, special attacks, and character customization, such as outfits or abilities. The anime-inspired aesthetic with expressive characters and colorful scenarios is reminiscent of games like Troublemaker. Cooperative modes, local or online, allow players to team up to face challenges. The narrative follows a group of rebellious students fighting against an oppressive school system or rival gangs, with a tone that mixes humor and action. The story explores friendship, rebellion, and personal growth, with light-hearted dialogues and comical moments. Detained Too Good for School is an interesting addition to the beat-em-up genre, attracting fans of anime aesthetics and teenage narratives. The wide availability on platforms ensures accessibility, and the game promises solid gameplay and an engaging story. Eight Dragons 2 is the sequel to the indie beat-em-up Eight Dragons, known for its classic gameplay and retro aesthetic. Exclusive to PC, the game maintains the essence of the original, with side-scrolling combat and support for multiple players, but features improvements in graphics, mechanics, and narrative. The gameplay delivers fluid combat with combos, special attacks, and support for up to 8 players in cooperative mode, a notable feature of the first game. The aesthetic maintains the pixel art style, with greater polish, taking advantage of PC hardware for detailed animations. Environmental interactions, such as improvised weapons, follow the tradition of the genre. The narrative expands on the original story, with the protagonist facing a new gang or criminal organization in a chaotic city. Dialogues add personality to the characters, keeping the story simple. The soundtrack, inspired by 80s electronic beats or rock, complements the frenetic action. The choice to focus on PC attracts the community of indie players who value nostalgic experiences with modern touches. Combat arenas or score challenges increase replayability. Eight Dragons 2 is a solid sequel, maintaining the charm of the original with improvements. The PC exclusivity allows for an optimized experience, and the game will attract fans of the first title and the beat-em-up genre with its execution. Keys of Fury, releasing in 2025, is a beat-em-up exclusive to PC that delivers a unique approach. The title reflects a narrative involving keys with elements of fantasy or mystery, where protagonists unlock secrets or face enemies in pursuit of a greater objective. The PC exclusivity focuses on optimized graphics and controls. The gameplay features side-scrolling combat with combos, special attacks, and mechanics related to the keys theme, such as unlocking areas or abilities. The aesthetic varies between realistic or stylized visuals, with scenarios that mix urban and fantastical environments. Cooperative modes or combat arenas increase longevity. The narrative follows a quest for mystical or technological keys, with the protagonists facing an organization or supernatural force. The story explores mystery and adventure, with cutscenes that deepen the characters. The soundtrack, with electronic or orchestral tones, reinforces the atmosphere. Windbell, releasing in 2025, is a beat-em-up exclusive to PC with a poetic and mystical approach inspired by Oriental themes. The title evokes wind chimes, with a narrative that combines action and elements of spirituality. The PC exclusivity delivers advanced graphics and customizable controls. The gameplay features side-scrolling combat with fluid combos, special attacks, and mechanics related to wind or natural elements. The aesthetic, inspired by anime and Oriental art, presents serene scenarios that contrast with the intense action. Cooperative modes or additional challenges increase replayability. The narrative follows a protagonist on a mystical journey, facing enemies that threaten a natural balance of the world. The story explores harmony, redemption, and self-discovery, with dialogues that deepen the characters. The soundtrack, with electronic tones, creates an immersive atmosphere. Acts of Blood is a third-person beat-em-up action game that focuses on fast and brutal hand-to-hand combat, set in a dystopian version of the city of Bandung, Indonesia. Developed by Exil Team, led by indie dev Fajrul Fan, The title combines elements of visceral combat with traditional parkour and destructible environments, allowing players to use objects from the environment as improvised weapons. The story follows Hendra, a law student whose family is murdered by a business rival of his father. Unable to get justice through the corrupt legal system, Hendra embarks on a journey of revenge against a powerful group responsible for the attack. The plot explores themes of corruption, loss, and retaliation in a futuristic and dark Bandung, where the protagonist must face waves of enemies on varied levels, culminating in challenging boss battles. The hand-to-hand combat is fast and brutal, always against a horde of enemies on various levels, facing challenging bosses. The dynamic combat system emphasizes fluid chains of attacks, blocks, and counterattacks, with realistic enemy reactions and bloody cinematic finishers. In addition to hand-to-hand combat, the game offers a variety of weapons, including clubs, knives, pistols, and rifles, allowing players to switch between different fighting styles to cause the greatest possible impact. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video.